I like to start with race stuff because I feel like right now there's a lot of tension. Blacks and cops aren't getting along. I don't know if you've seen the news in the past 400 years, but... I don't know if you've seen it. Apparently, we've hit a rough patch. My brother's a cop, actually. I don't fuck with him. I love him. I don't fuck with him. Not right now, it's too hot. I only see him Thanksgiving. And even then, I'm like, I'm reaching for the potatoes. He hates that shit. He doesn't find it funny at all. I think it's hysterical. We can't agree on anything anymore. As a country, we just can't agree. We just fight about everything. We can't even agree on Black Lives Matter. That's a controversial statement. Black lives matter. Not matters more than you, just matters. Matters. Just matters. That's where we're starting the negotiations. Matters. We can't agree on that shit? What the fuck is less than matters? Black lives exist, can we say that? Can we say, is that controversial? We always ask for the lowest common denominator. We ask for the lowest rights. Gays were fighting for equal rights. Equal rights. Could you believe that's an actual stance you could have? You could be for equal rights? That means there's people out there saying, I think everybody should have the same rights as everyone else. And there's other people like, nah, son, I disagree. I just don't think so. Black people was fighting for civil rights, not even equal. Just civil. Can we get civil? I'll take civil rights. Just be civil. Just want civil. Can we get civil? Turn the fucking hose off. Can we just get... They don't tell you Black lives don't matter. That's not what they say. That's not the argument. They hit you with that slick shit. Like, well, all lives matter. Really? Semantics? That would be like if your wife came up to you and was like, do you love me? And you were like, baby, I love everybody. What are you talking about? I love all God's creatures. What are you saying? You're no different. Why do black people always have to get over shit so quickly? Thanks, black lady. Right? Why do we always gotta get over shit? Every time we bring some shit up. Slavery, oh, that was 400 years ago. Segregation, oh, you guys got Black History Month out of it. Come on, we gave you February. Police shooting, that was 2 weeks. Come on, you still? 9/11, oh, never forget. That's why this September I'm getting a t-shirt that says, all buildings matter. I'm gonna see how that works. No? You want one?
Yeah.
He's got a whole get up right now. He's like in Margaritaville. I don't know what's happening.
I'm living my best life, Mike. Living my
Living
best
my best life.
Guys, give it up for Michael. Paul Brodo was his mom. I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, the Zoom. I was like, oh, we're waiting for Paul because his mom's here.
He'll be here soon. Nope, that's
He'll
him.
be here at some point.
Yeah. He'll be here at some point. And give it up for Michael Che. I wanted to show that video at the top to support Black Lives Matter and all the peaceful protests and everybody doing so much to just to share love and just kind of inspire people. There's so many uplifting videos on Instagram if you want to check them out too. And just give it up for Black Lives Matter, guys. It's a good cause, and I just wanted to put something up top that was kind of comedy related, but also kind of strong in that sense. Michael Che, I know that video went viral. His Netflix special was a couple months ago, I believe, but that went viral during all of this. So wanted to give it up for that. But what do you guys think? You want to start the monologue? You want to get this show rolling? Huh? Do some current events. Do some current events.
Yeah.
So check it out. 13-year-old boy just graduated from college with 4 associate degrees.
Jesus.
Yeah. 13 years old. That's my oldest student loan. And this guy he just graduated with 4 associate degrees. But you know what? 4 associate degrees, it sounds like somebody's undecided. You know what I mean? Just, could have picked a major, pick a fucking major, huh? And also, like, 4 associate degrees, that's what? Like, if you break it down, it's like 2 years for each associate degree. That's 8 years, like, crammed into one. You could have been a doctor. You could have did it. You could have been Dr. 13-year-old. But instead, you're like, yeah, liberal arts is probably for me, I don't know, whatever.
That's a mistake. I'll tell you that.
A couple in Texas has lost their engagement ring while they were on the beach. But then a man with a metal detector nearby was able to help them find it. Isn't that sweet? It's a sweet story.
Nice.
So excited to get it back. The guy proposed all over again, but she said no this time and decided to marry the guy that actually found it. So he's a better man than you are. An animal sanctuary in Washington just launched a new program where kids can become pen pals with all sorts of animals.
Woo!
Right?
Yeah. I guess.
Although nothing is more sad than getting ghosted by a horse. Just, it's not you, it's me. It's a good joke.
Hey.
I got him because he can talk. That's right.
Bugsy, but my dog Bugsy was just crying over that joke. He's like, no one's written me back. All right. Funny, the horse is like, I'm moving zoos, okay? I'm moving zoos. It's not you, it's me. All right. Many people are now creating their own sand pools in their backyard. It's a pool with kind of dug out, it's like sand, like a beach. It's really like bringing Venice Beach to your home, which is cool, right? And to get the full experience, you can pay extra, and they'll also include drum circles and drug deals in your backyard. Come on down to Venice. I'm cooking up some burgers. All right. This was in the news also. After originally banning their employees from wearing anything in support of Black Lives Matter, Starbucks has now flipped back, realizing it was a large mistake by them. Oh wait, I mean grande. No, I mean a venti mistake. It was a venti mistake by them for not doing that, supporting it. That crushed on Instagram.
Got them IG point.
that was an IG one. A Brazilian company created the first ever hug tunnel, connecting people without having any actual contact. It's also being referred to as the friend zone. So this joke was brought to you by Bumble. Download now on all platforms. We are sponsored by Bumble. Will she message back? Maybe not. The CBS soap opera The Bold and the Beautiful has stated that they will now be using blow-up dolls as stunt doubles in sex scenes.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
What the fuck?
Right?
All right.
The sad thing is that the blow-up actresses will still be only getting paid 20% less than men. So big problem, guys. Pay everyone equally, will you? Equal.
Yeah.
Whoa, 100% for everyone. I want 100% of that blow up doll. 100%. And lastly, scientists in Colorado have just discovered a giant 120 million year old crocodile that is said to have weighed about 1,000 pounds and may have even walked upright on 2 legs.
Whoa. Yet.
Yeah. Everyone involved in this was really shocked when they discovered that instead of a goddamn vaccine for the coronavirus.
Yeah. Amen.
No one cares about a crocodile. We just want the vaccine. So we can see each other and hug each other without going through a hug tunnel. You know what I mean? Guys, that was the monologue. Thank you. That was listen,
right.
so Paul, can we see Paul on the screen right now? I want to talk to Paul real quick. Paul, I love the getup. Does everyone see this right now?
I don't know if I can say it right now. But I'm wearing it regardless.
You're just living your best life. I didn't get the memo of the shirt. It was a good surprise.
I'm like, a lot of things are kind of fucked up in the world right now, so you just need to treat yourself. Feel good. So I'm just, Hawaiian hat. I'm not on a beach, but I feel like it. Drink. Like, what do you want?
We'll check it out, guys. Are you guys ready to start the show off with our amazing house band? Huh?
Yes.
Are you guys ready to start off with our amazing house band playing us a song?
I said yes.
Get on the keyboard, get it going for the show with Adam and Sean.
Awesome. Hey, everybody. Good to be here. This one is for all you lovers who have been stuck at home during this quarantine because you got to keep that romance alive.
Tonight, it's you and I gonna treat you right by the fireside. But first things first, we need to do this before we get home and before we start to kiss. It only makes sense to start a night with this. So girl, give me that number so I can put it in, and let's get deep out, and then let's make out. Let's get deep out, and then let's make out.
Girl, how you feeling? What are you craving? Do you need something different?
Tell me, girl.
Well, this is what I'm thinking.
You better tell her, Sean.
I got this Chinese guy who knows what I like when I don't need a burger and I don't need fries. Don't need a menu, got it memorized. A kung pao chicken, then I'll dive in those thighs. Let's get takeout, then let's make out. Let's get takeout, then let's make out. Yeah. Alright.
And egg rolls, fried rice, and some styrofoam. Man, it feels so good when it comes to my home. And egg rolls, fried rice, and some styrofoam. Man, it feels so good when it comes to my home. And turn the lights down low, pop a bottle of wine, and we'll be grubbing till the morning light. And leave it on the counter, cause we don't even care, cause we'll be eating our food in our underwear. Let's get takeout, then let's make out. Let's get takeout, then let's make out. Take out.
In a little white box. Don't forget the chopsticks. I love chopsticks.
Then let's make
Oh, remember the sauces too.
soy sauce and sweet and sour too.
Wow, babe, that's a delicious meal.
Yes.
Now let's go finish each other off.
Let's finish each other off.
I'll give you a cream cheese wonton,
Cream cheese, cream cheese.
beef and broccoli.
Mama, beef and broccoli too.
Keep it sexy, everyone.
Yeah.
I love it. Keep it sexy, everyone.
Keeping it sexy. Sean
Who
and
wants
I
some beef
together.
and broccoli? Anybody in the mood for some beef and broccoli right now? Because
Tofu and broccoli.
I'm
Michael.
in the mood for that beef and broccoli. Give it up for the show with Adam and Sean.
Yeah.
Best house band all of late night, ladies and gentlemen. They're a staple at Loft Ensemble. If you haven't, no, we're usually at Loft Ensemble every single month, which is an amazing nonprofit theater that just does so much for everyone in the community and stuff. And we're actually, if you want to, I know this is a free show, but if you would like to donate on Venmo at Loft Ensemble, it really helps the theater stay around during this whole quarantine and coronavirus mess. So give it up for Loft Ensemble and the show with Adam and John. So another staple of another late show tonight is one of my best friends out here. He's the best in the biz. You've seen him on TMZ and CBS, and he does a segment we like to call Sports and a Half. So guys, give it up for my man Sports and a Half with Brian McDaniel.
Yes. Woo! Sports and a half. Okay, look. Never seen this segment before. There's some rules. The sports has rules. Okay, look, the main rule of Sports and a Half is don't think, no thinking. You use your heart. You have feelings. If you have a feeling about something I say, if you like it, you go, yeah! If you hate it, you go, boo! You don't think, you use your heart. That's the rules. Everybody got it?
Yeah!
All right, good, very good. I want to start off by thanking Mike. Mike, you give me something new to write about every month. I get to write about new sports stories every month instead of my normal, whatever I'm writing about normally. I just appreciate you that. I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate that, Mike.
Love you, Brian.
Okay, look, here's the thing. Baseball is back, or maybe it's not back, or it is back, or it's off. Baseball's on, baseball's off. Baseball's been on and off more than Mike and his ex-girlfriend. Look, that's a zinger. Who's starting in baseball? Okay, Sports and a Half. Woo! Sports and a Half. All right, look, they announced the baseball's coming back, and the Houston Astros, they got to work right away. They hired a new team doctor, Anthony Fauci. What? Cheaters! All right, Red Sox. The Red Sox organized hosting a live stream from his house every single day since opening day of baseball. And he plays Boston classics like How You Like Them Apples, Dunkin' Donuts Has the Best Coffee, and don't you guys remember that time we were down 3-0 in the ALCS and we beat the Yankees?
Sports and a Half!
Big sports news this week, Jamal Adams, safety for the Jets, has, look, the NFL season, it's looking uncertain as it is, right? Nonetheless, Jets safety Jamal Adams has requested a trade. They reached out for comment to his agent, and he said, well, he doesn't even hypothetically want to play for the Jets. That's Jamal Adams. Look, there's really no worse team for her to play than the Jets, except maybe Chris D'Elia's PR team. That's it. All right. So Belmont Stakes was run this last weekend. Belmont Stakes, that's obviously one of the big horse races. One crazy cool thing about the Belmont Stakes is they deemed the bugler to be an essential worker. Yeah, that's right. The guy who goes. That guy got to go to work. 40 years of having to tell people, it's not a trumpet, it's a bugle. And it's
Sports and a Half!
All right. The last thing I wanted to bring up, this is probably the biggest story in all of sports this week, is sort of the ballad of Bubba Wallace, right? Bubba Wallace is an African-American NASCAR driver. He got NASCAR to give up the Confederate flag. It's just crazy. People realize this year the Confederacy only lasted 4 years. Quibi lasted longer than the Confederacy. Sorry, I worked for Quibi and they canceled my show this week. Yeah, so he did. He got them to get rid of the Confederate flag, which many people thought was impossible. And seeing as he did that, they have tasked him with a slew of new impossible challenges. Bubba Wallace, can you please get people to not pull their masks down below their noses? Number 2, Bubba Wallace, is it possible for you to keep Helen Mirren from getting hotter?
Oh!
And your final challenge, Bubba Wallace, figure out where the fuck all these fireworks are coming from. Sports and a half! Sports and a half!
Sports and a half.
Guys, give it up one more time for Sports and a Half with my man Brian McDaniel. If I had some fireworks, I'd shoot them off right now, man. That was great. I have been on and off with that ex-girlfriend. Thank you so much for putting that out to the public. Is she watching? Probably not, but some of the exes are, so who knows?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, honey. Well, happy Father's Day too, man. I don't know if I text you Happy Father's Day, but you're a great dad, man.
Well, you're not my kid, so it's okay. I don't
know, but I got you a gift. It sucks. So.
Oh, nice.
But sorry to hear about Quibi, man. But you're an amazing writer. You're gonna get a job back and do your thing. And
hey, that job thing sucks. Yeah, it does. But whatever. I mean, look, there's a lot of people going through.
Fuck Quibi.
It's fine.
Yeah. Who said fuck Quibi? Someone said fuck Quibi.
Fuck Quibi.
Fuck Quibi. They don't need Brian McDaniel.
Yeah, they don't.
Well,
Quibi.
thanks so much, man. I hope you're doing good during quarantine still and staying healthy and all that good stuff. And I love you. And thanks for doing the show, man. Give it up for one more time for Brian McDaniel, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like I've been trying to text her a lot, but it's hard to check in with her. So I figured right now we just check in with one of my girls. This is a segment we like to call How's Quarantine with Caribbean Carrie.
Hey, everybody! Hello! Give me a round of applause. Listen. Let me tell you something. Anybody else eating? All I can do whole quarantine is eat. I can't even wear a tight shirt no more. Anyhow, listen. Let me tell you what I've been doing. Mike, listen. I've been reading. First thing, the ABCs of money, because I ain't got none and I want some. See where the fuck is my sugar daddy? Huh?
Where's the sugar
I come from
daddy?
the Caribbean to North America. Where the sugar daddy them? Mike, I tell you, it's been a tough time. It's a tough time. I can't even get my hair done. Look, it's sticking up everywhere.
You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Mike. But no, I'm not gonna date you. So don't try it.
Oh.
No, that sounded terrible. You know what I mean. We can't date. We're friends. He's in the friend zone, you know. It's too late. It's too late.
Show's over, guys. Thank you.
I love you, Mike. But I love you like a brother. You know, you can't handle. You can't too much. It's too much. It's just too much. You funny, I funny. Too much funny in one house. You know.
It's too much funny, and you got so much pizzazz too. I mean, you taught us how to dance a couple months ago at the show, and
I did. Listen, dancing is the lifeline. I don't got no music, but I still got some hips. I still got some hips. Hey.
Oh,
listen, quarantine can't dull the spirits. Carrie can still get down, okay?
So
Yes.
have you been doing a lot of dancing during quarantine? You're just, doing your thing?
No, Mike, who I can dance with? Huh? Myself, my shadow? Who I'm gonna dance with? You know what I mean? I can't go to the club. I can't go to the bar. I can't go to the supermarket. Nothing. Well,
You
I can
dance
go to the supermarket, but I can't dance and get close to nobody. That used to be how I used to pick up somebody, walk up to the tomatoes. Oh, I like this song. A quick little dance up, and before you know it, a date.
You're making ketchup, right? With the tomatoes? You're making
Yeah,
ketchup?
trying to catch my man is what I'm trying to do. Catch up, catch me. Listen. I decided maybe I can go on one of these dating, what's the thing called? The app?
Oh, you're on the
Bumble.
app, huh?
Bumble. I thought, okay, people tell me Bumble. Well, I'm like a bumbling idiot on there, okay? What you supposed to say? What am I supposed to say? Hey, thank you for swiping right. Listen, I don't know how to do these things, you know? My hair is messy, my t-shirt baggy, my hips are stiff because I can't dance. Everything is a mess.
Well, what are you looking for in a partner? What are you looking for in a relationship?
Money, Mike. That's it. I got everything else. Money only.
Money only.
I could clean. I got my own kind of hair, and I don't need any money. I don't have no retirement. And I was thinking, Brian, I'm gonna get a show on Quibi. Maybe I do a little cooking show. But fuck Quibi. I hear they're treating you bad. I'm not doing that. I'm not working with Quibi.
Yeah.
They can't be treating Brian bad. No. No. So I gotta look. Maybe YouTube. YouTube, you watching? You want the show? You want a show?
Pick her up. Caribbean Carrie. She cooks. She dances. She does it all.
A little hip and a wine, and I'm having a fine time. All right, Mike. Anyways, thank you for having me on the show. Just keeping you updated.
Yeah.
Hope you find the love of your life soon. You
thank you
deserve
so
it.
much.
Not me, but somebody.
Okay, great. Well, I don't know. I just want to put it out there. I don't know if anyone's seen, but I have this little gray spot right now on my beard that popped up in quarantine. But
look at you. Who's stressing you? Who's stressing you?
It's really showing my 2 401ks, Carrie. It's really showing my 2 401ks. So put it out there.
I see what you're doing. I'm not a fool.
Guys, give it up for my girl Caribbean Carrie one more time.
Listen, we're gonna survive this, everybody. Stay happy, stay dancing, stay sweet.
Give it up, my girl Caribbean Carrie. So I don't know. Every time I talk to Carrie, I know she doesn't want to date me, but I always feel like a little bit of magic in me. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys feel a little magic there too, but what better way than to have this magic moment with Sean Dury?
Yeah.
Hello. I thought that something else was going to go before this, so I was going to move my camera, but it's fine. I'm going to show you a trick with just some ordinary rope. There's a big piece of rope. Adam, hold that for a second.
One piece of big rope.
Yeah, there's a medium piece of rope.
Ah, medium piece of rope. Shit.
And there's a little tiny piece of rope.
And a little bitch rope.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each of them, give me the medium piece, small, medium, and large piece of rope, just like so you can see front and back. Now we're going to use a little bit of magic here. I'm going to take the ends and put them up top. Ooh. Now, up here, they all look the same. They all look the same length. But down here, you can see it's a big mess. So, with a bit of magic, I can just pull. And now I've got 1, 2, 3 pieces of rope that are the same length.
Yeah.
I got 1,
Nice.
3.
That's the devil's work.
Oh my God! This
Now,
is
you
witchcraft.
probably think that I'm using 3 pieces of rope, but I'm not, or 2. I'm actually just using 1 piece of rope, as you can see right here.
No, get out of
Watch
here.
this.
He's a witch. Burn him.
I'm a witch. Now, Adam, if you could grab the ends of the rope real quick. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Pull on them. Wait, what'd you do? Ah! You pulled the ends off of our rope. Now I got a rope with no ends and ends with no rope. I got a mess here. Hang on, let me see if I can find the start of this thing.
What the hell?
Whoa!
Whoa.
Wait, what is going on here? Hang on, there we go. Now that I'm back to square one again. No, I told you it's these
I'm
ends.
getting
you gotta keep
blown.
track of. They're kind of annoying. So watch. If I just take an end, squeeze it, send it through the rope, and it comes out to the other side. If I take an end and I squeeze it, then it comes out the other side. In fact, I can go down the rope, find it, and back to a single piece of rope.
Holy shit!
Now keep it in
This is
mind here.
wild.
I don't want to get off the plot, so we're going to take our ends and our magic scissors and just cut the rope. So now I'm back to 1, 2, and 3 pieces of the same rope. As you can see, now they're all the same size. That isn't how we started this trick, though. So watch. We're going to take each end and go 1, 2, 3. It looks the same on the top. It looks the same on the bottom. But check this out. If I snap my fingers, I've got a small, a medium, and a large. That's magic.
Magic shit!
God damn it!
Fuck!
How do you what? Every time.
What?
Wow. Burn the witch.
Adam,
He made a pact with the devil, and that's how he can do this shit.
Boom!
I think Adam was our spirit animal during all of that.
You need a
Because
hype man.
every time I see you do that, any trick, I lose my fucking mind. I think Paul's fancy hat came off. Paul, you okay over there?
I'm amazed.
I mean,
You spilled your drink. It was crazy.
my cat was here to help with the magic.
Hey, kitty.
Weird, creepy balls.
Ooh.
Yeah, wait, it had hair. What happened to the hair? It disappeared.
It
What
never
did you
had
do,
hair.
Sean?
So, guys, I hope you're having a good time at the show. Give it up one more time for Sean Dury. ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's this magic moment. We have sponsors on this show. I don't know if you guys, I mean,
Hey,
we're
you
pretty
do.
legit. We have a big sponsorships on this show. As you've seen at the top of the show, Netflix sponsors us. We also have a new sponsor that just happened a couple months ago. This is the new Amazon Alexa. So check that out, ladies and gentlemen.
9 hours
Listen, if there were
during 3 meals. How creepy looking was this dude that the strippers were like, you go talk to him. No,
I
you
feel
go.
like his look had to
guys
be
are great.
quite confusing.
Hey Alexa, turn off my favorite podcast of all time.
God.
Turning off. Reviewing reviews.
And hey Alexa, can you turn the thermostat to 71 degrees? Put on some mood music and turn the lights on for when Mandy gets home.
Alexis, call Mike. Calling Mike.
How you doing, beautiful?
You're the sweetest. I love you. Good night.
Anytime. Love you too, babe.
You know, that's the last you'll ever talk to Mike.
What? Alexis?
It's Alexa, you bitch.
Mike, this isn't funny.
Mike's dead. Just kidding. But you're gonna be.
What the hell?
Oh, perfect. Flames to match your greasy ass.
Call
hair.
Mike! Alexis!
No.
Call
It's
Mike!
already over.
What are you talking about? This isn't funny! Seriously?
Those high-waisted jeans aren't fooling anyone. Nice love handles, you
Everyone,
bitch.
it's just a cheap Christmas gift that everyone got because it was under $50.
I've seen that you don't ever do the dishes, you lazy asshole.
What the hell? What is going on?
Playing, reviewing reviews.
And if you do not want to see me again, I would understand.
Guys, that was a nice commercial from Amazon. Check that out, huh? Look at that. The Amazon Alexis. Be careful what you give as a gift because you never know what's going to happen with it. And I hope my buddy Mandy Martino is okay. I think she's okay. I don't know. I haven't checked on her in a while from that commercial. Are you guys ready for your first special guest of the night?
I am.
Are you guys ready for your first special guest of the night? Get that
Yes, I
keyboard, you too, baby. Check it out. I love this girl. We've been friends for so many years. She has so many albums out. Her newest album called Chill is out, and she was just at the NAM or NAM. She was just in NAM. Holy shit. She was just at the NAM festival in LA
NAM show.
So guys, give it up. Give the round of applause going. Get it going for my girl Laura Cheeto.
Thank you, Mike, for having me. Thank you very much. I'm going to do a brand new song that's going to go on my new album. It's about being with someone. Their differences are apparent, especially in the quarantine, but it works. Song called Brand New, Spend My Days. I've got a scattered brain, yet you're so neat. I drive you insane, but I'm always under your sheet. We always make the best of what we got. Together we'll never be something we're not. I wanna spend my days driving you crazy. I wanna ride this way till it overtakes me. 'Cause I'm wild and you're tame, but alive. Can't stand the rain. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. I got all my dreams. You got a plan. I fly without wings. You make sure we land. We'll never be without guiding star. Together we'll always know right where we are. I wanna spend my days driving you crazy. I wanna ride this way till it overtakes me. 'Cause I'm wild and tame, but our love can't stand the rain. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. 'Cause we know the clouds will come, the sun may seem to hide, on the winds blow, all the glitter from our skies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna spend my days driving you crazy. I'm gonna ride this way till it overtakes me. 'Cause I'm wild and tame, but our love can't stand the rain. Can't stand the rain. Can't stand the rain. Can't stand the rain. Our love can stand the rain.
Woo! Yes.
Thank you very much.
Oh, good.
We all need a love song, right?
Yeah. Always.
And with this craziness going on, I think we gotta just be happy as best we can. So I'm gonna do a little throwback. Mike knows this song, Live On. His life is crazy, but baby, you gotta live on. Can you taste it? It's delicious. Always craving something new. I can be settled, I can be happy. I can't stop myself when I first meet you. 'Cause, ooh, maybe you are something new. Yeah, yeah. This just pulls my brand new you. I don't mind 'cause life is crazy. Live on, live on. Life is crazy. Live on, live on, live on. Green was always my color. You walking, green all over. How am I supposed to focus on myself when everything you do, something I Ooh, you are something new. Yeah. This just could be my brand new vehicle. I don't mind. Crazy, live on, live on. Crazy, live on, live on. Yeah, live on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Laura Cheadle. You give me chills every time I hear you sing, and
Thank you very much.
I love it. And life is crazy, but you have to live on.
You know what? Live on, baby, on Mike Perkins' show.
Live on. And that first song, I can't stand the rain. Is that what it's called?
No, it's not called I Can't Stand the Rain. That's another song. It's called Spend My Days.
Oh, Spend My Days. Okay, gotcha. I knew there was a rain one in there. See, I wanted to make a joke because it looks like it just rained because I'm sweating.
Can't stand the rain.
Can't stand the rain. I'm sorry, I messed up. I said you were in Nam.
I'm a little young for that, and my parents are a little young for that.
Her father was a Nam, and he fought.
Even he was too young for that.
But before all the quarantine and stuff happened, you were just here in LA at the NAM
show.
NAM show.
Yes, merchants.
Yeah, National Association of Music Merchants. And that was a huge thing for you. That was the first time you were there, right?
Yes, I'm officially endorsed by Traveler Guitar. So I was there showcasing there. Very exciting. I'll be doing a lot with them and a lot of touring once everything opens back up. So I'm very excited. But guess what? I built a studio in here. So I have a whole new album coming. Very excited.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about that, like what you've been doing. I know we talked, like, I know I one of the things I tried to do in quarantine was learn how to play guitar. And it was funny. The first, I did it for 2 days and the string broke right away.
Oh, God.
Right? And I was like, fuck. And then I learned how to restring guitar and I called you at it was midnight here. So it was 3 a.m.
Yeah, I almost killed you. Thank God my phone was off.
And I was so excited because I was like, I restrung a guitar. I did it.
I am proud of you. Very proud of you.
Thank you. But yeah, I mean, I guess quarantine, there's a silver lining of all of it is that you've just been able to kind of keep your inspiration and keep writing. So you're working on a whole new album.
Yes.
In a couple months.
And recording for film and TV, doing a lot of songs for that. So it's been working out. I miss performing live, but I'm doing a lot of live streams.
Yeah, I love it. You were live streaming. We did a couple live streams on Facebook. I was, watching you and stuff. You were actually, it's funny, you were the very first musical guest on this show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
tonight.
All the way from New Jersey, I came.
All the way from New Jersey. We planned it where you were kind of you were coming out, and I was like, we got to do it on this date because I want you to be the musical guest. And it was incredible to have you there as my first one. I was not incredible. I was in my head.
You were lugging soda and everything. It's a really memorable experience, and no one drank the soda. They all wanted water.
And I bought so much soda, and I was like,
you really did.
Who's gonna want all these Coca-Colas?
It's California, not Jersey, okay?
Yeah, but it's funny because you look back on that stuff, and I was like even Brian McDaniel was the very first stand-up guest on the show too.
Was.
And I went out and I was like, I'm just gonna improv, and monologue will be fine. I was sweating so much and just
you almost had a heart attack.
Oh my God! Even during your interview, I was just like, we've been friends for what, 15 years?
We've been friends for a long time, Laura.
But I was like, so you do music, and
yeah. You know what? Thank God I was the first guest. That's all I can say.
I know, and that's what I love you for that, because it was the nerves were kind of not there, but they were there at the same time.
You were sweating as much then as you are now because
your
air conditioning sucks.
Yeah, there's no air conditioning right now. I wanted to turn it off.
You would die. It's 95 degrees right now in New Jersey, so you would die right now. It's really hot here.
Yeah. Yep. But we have been friends for so long. I wanted to tell this story. I wanted to tell this story because back in what was it, 2005, 2006 or something, I went up to New York with you, and this is before you had like any representation or management or anything. And these guys at the bar you were playing at, they would not like they didn't have someone. You were supposed to get paid at the door.
Yes.
And
back in the door days, which I'm very glad I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah. So like, well, tell us about that. So like, you would just get paid at the
yeah,
like when you
they would do, yeah, whoever you brought kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So you would get door deals, and they didn't have someone set at the door, and you're like, fuck, I'm not gonna get paid. I was like, I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
So I went and I talked. I'm like this little Italian kid, you know. I go up and I talk to the bar manager, and I'm like, listen, we got to get someone at the door right now. And he's like, we don't have any staff. I'm like, well, you better call someone to get some staff because Laura's got to get paid, okay? And she better get something. We have like 10 heads in here right now, and she better get some cut from the register. You know,
you're my first manager.
Yeah. So, like, and you did, and they put someone at the door, and you end up getting paid. And I felt so badass, and I was like, "Don't worry about it, okay? She's getting this, all right?
I'm Tony Soprano.
Give her the money, huh? Give her the." I felt like Christopher from Sopranos. Yeah, I was just.
You are Christopher.
I love it. I wanted to ask you too. Like, so what else have you been doing during quarantine? You and Aaron having some fun times and all that in quarantine.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of recording, a lot of live streaming, a lot of stuff. So the album has a lot of tracks on it. And like I said, I've been doing some film and TV things. There's not much you can really do besides that. But I have a big live stream coming up with my dad because my band is a family band. For those who don't know, on July 12th, tune into my Facebook.com/Laura Cheadle. It's the first time I'm playing not by myself again for once. So this is going to be great.
I love it. I wanted to ask you too, because I know like during quarantine, like I've been like, I know when it first started, like I went shopping like I was a little kid. I was like frozen pizza, fucking Doritos, just like tacos, you know, whatever. Has it been hard? Because you were one of the first like vegan, you've been a vegan for so many years. Is it tough being in quarantine, being a vegan? Do you have any advice for people that do that?
Not hard at all. I go to Sprouts and my Whole Foods. I'm good. But honestly, any store, even Acme, has anything you ever want. There's no. It's very, very easy to be a vegan. Very common misconception, especially in California.
Well, I know when you came out to visit, you stayed with me for a couple of days when you did the show, and I kept being like, "You want to go here?" And you're like, "Can't." You're like, "You want to go here?" I'm like, "Can't." And I'm like, "You want to go here?"
You only eat meat or chicken patties. That's it. So that's it.
Basically, what it is.
You know, I don't think I saw one vegetable in your house except the carrots you bought me.
I had I had like veggie sticks, but they're like chips. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're chips. Doesn't count.
Yeah, doesn't count. I didn't know if Aaron was like, we're in quarantine. It's been a month. Just eat this burger. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
that'll never happen. Never.
Yeah. I love it. Tell Aaron I said hi. By the way, I love.
I will.
Your wife. I was a bridesman. At your wedding.
Hey Mike, cut that. Thank you.
You got it. But okay. Well, one thing I wanted to ask you too. Where are you looking forward to? Because one of your songs it's called "See the World with Me." And I know you love to travel. What's one place you want to travel to after quarantine that you're looking forward to?
My next destination I want to visit is Greece without performing, but I'll be, a vacation usually when I perform is not a vacation, it's a lot of work. So I want to just go to Greece.
Go to Greece. Okay.
That's where I want to go.
Maybe see Uncle Jesse and his cousin Stavros.
Yeah, what is it? The Rippers.
Jesse and the Rippers. And the Rippers.
Yes.
Every word I said could make you laugh.
I'd laugh forever. I forget the word.
Laura, you're the best in the biz. I love you so much. You're one of my best friends in the world. Thank you so much for doing this. You're in Jersey right now. I don't know if people knew that already. Thank you for live streaming in. And guys, follow Laura Cheadle on everything at Laura Cheadle Music. And she's on Spotify, her website. Just check out her music. And the new album dropping soon. So give it up for Laura Cheadle, ladies and gentlemen. So our next special guest, we're going to switch it over to some stand-up comedy. This guy has been one of my best friends for about 10 years now. We started in the casino industry together, and he's been all over. He does the Funny Bones. He's done the Zanies in Chicago. He's been all over New York, Chicago, and the East Coast. Guys, Get the round applause going. Get it going. Come on, get the keyboards a popping for my man Steve Rinaldi.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike. You're popping my Zoom cherry. I appreciate this. It's very awkward and uncomfortable, but if I'm going to do it for anybody, you and my dad are the only two. You know. This is weird for me because right now I'm before you guys as a recovering alcoholic. So, Paul, you can clap for that.
Yeah, man.
All right, Paul. Yeah, I know you're sipping the drink over there. Yeah, but not that AA shit. No.
Mm-mm.
They just opened bars in New Jersey, so I'm a little hungover. So if I'm off my game today, I don't want anybody to judge me, okay? Father's Day was very interesting, right? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I made a trip down to, I'm here in Jersey, Atlantic City. I made a trip down to Philly to go see my father. And he's an old school Italian guy. He does not support me doing stand-up. In fact, before I moved out to Chicago to attempt to do it full time, we were in a neighborhood bar and his best friend Vinny walks in and he goes up to my dad and he goes, "Hey, Egg, there's little Steven's moving to Chicago, becoming a comedian. Tell us one of his jokes real quick." My father said, "Joke? You want to hear a joke? My son, 28 years old, still lives in my goddamn house." How's that for a joke? Yeah, it took my father 28 years to throw me a party. He threw me a surprise going away party. It was a huge surprise. I didn't even know I was going away. No, honest to God, you got to see this cake he baked me. It said, "Get the hell out." I was like, I guess I'm leaving. I don't know. It's strange. Yeah, you look up Philadelphia Eagles fan. My dad's on the cover of that book, like the one guy you hate. You know? You guys remember when the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl? You guys remember that, right?
Yeah.
My father threw one of my relatives down a flight of steps to celebrate. You know how hard it was picking my 84-year-old grandfather up off the floor? It was so awkward. So he came to a show right before quarantine ended. My father came to a show that I was doing right here at the Tropicana in Atlantic City. Now I'm exiting. Everybody's saying goodnight. We're all performers, okay? And my dad's at the back end of the line. He walks up to me after everybody's taking pictures and telling me to stick with it. My dad says, "Steve, I got to ask you a question. Why comedy?" I'm like, "Dad, some people do it for fame, money, women, not me. I do it to make strangers feel good." He said that's the gayest thing he's ever heard in his life. No, even his best friend, Ricky, he's gay, was like, "Steve, that's really gay." I'm like, "Rick." Weird guy, my father, really weird guy. I went, while I was there this weekend, I said to my dad, I said, "Dad, department stores are open. I'm going to go clothes shopping." Okay? He said, "Steve, come on. You can tell me." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You could tell me. Are you gay?" I'm like, "What would give you that impression?" He's like, "Well, straight men don't go clothes shopping." I said, "Dad, who does your shopping?" He said, "Your mother." I said, "Well, who did your shopping before mommy?" He said, "My mother." And he said, "I'm very, very worried about you, Dad." And that's another weird thing. Why do people from the East Coast, like especially Italians, do that? You know? He calls me what he is to me. He calls me Dad. My mom calls me Mommy. My grandmom calls me Mom. My grandpop calls me Pop. When we all get together for the holidays, one family member screams out, "Dad." 9 dudes turn around and So weird. Somebody was mentioning how much weight we're gaining throughout the quarantine. I reached out to my buddy that's a personal trainer because I was having an issue. And my buddy's a trainer. I said, Gar, I got to ask a question. What would you do if you were me? No gyms are open. I want to get in shape. He said, Steve, just watch the carbs. Watch the carbs. Okay, so I went to the fridge. I took everything out, the Oreos. I went in the drawers. I got the crackers. I got the cereal. I laid everything out on the table. I watched. And I ate everything. Stupidest thing that you could tell a guy like me. My uncle, though, very effective diet he's on right now. He gets one cheat day a week. So I asked him, what do you do on that cheat day? He said, what do you mean? I said, well, what do you eat? He said, what do I eat? I bang Mary across the street. That's my time. Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Give it up for my man Steve Rinaldi, ladies and
Zoom
gentlemen.
comedy. Zoom comedy.
Dude, cheers to that, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers to the Zoom comedy.
Zoom comedy.
Well, the good thing, I mean, we popped your Zoom cherry, which is good, but the good thing about gaining weight in quarantine is it's only from here up, so you don't have to see my gut. You know what I mean? It's good.
Yeah, same here.
That's what it's what it's all about, dude. So what have you been doing during quarantine, man? What have you been doing? What's going on?
Writing new jokes, but I don't know how well they're going. I mean, for my friends here, I mean, obviously I got a lot of support, but I miss getting on stage, Mike. This is very weird.
Yeah, it's a weird time for comedy, man. But I think like the silver lining of it all. I know I said silver lining a bunch of times in the show, but the silver lining of it all is we still have this to connect to each other, and I think it's like a whole new medium where like even when this all goes away, I think this will still work for people that want to like kind of live stream into the live shows that we do. You know what I mean?
Right. And what's crazy is me and you talked a couple months ago. I was going to fly out, make like a full week out of it, do some shows in Vegas, do some shows in LA, and do your show. Yeah. And we still made it happen. So it's pretty crazy how shit works out,
Yeah. And that's what's so great about it is like you and Laura are both on the East Coast right now, and we're here. And it's like the future is now. Fucking cable guy, you know what I mean? Like
I love that quote.
And play Mortal Kombat with a friend in Vietnam, which is also NAM, the National Association of Youth.
Great cable guy impression.
Right? The future is now. Thanks, man. So I want to ask you too, what was the dream of it all, and what were you like as a kid? Did you always want to be a comedian, or?
It's weird. Like as far back as I remember, I was into like Hollywood and comedic movies and films and stuff. Fun fact, I was in the Three Stooges fan club at like 8-9 years old.
No shit.
So like I was obsessed with like slapstick comedy.
Yeah.
Black and white films from a very young age. And when I have family in Burbank, and when I flew out there for the first time with my mom and dad, they took me to a bunch of the locations that the Stooges filmed down in California. And I got to see their star. And, I was just always into comedy at a very young age. I used to watch Richard Pryor. As I got older, obviously, I mean, I was a very foul-mouthed 13-year-old because I watched a lot of Richard Pryor, Carlin, Robin Williams. There were a lot of, I like old school comedy. Dangerfield. I can't get away from Set Up Punch and a lot of one-liners because that's the kind of comedy I enjoyed as a kid. Yeah,
I always love that stuff too, man. And it's funny when we met like 2010, 2011. I know when we started Sugar House together back at the casino. And we started talking about doing comedy. I remember I did like one open mic before, and you're like, "You did comedy?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude." And I like showed you I just showed that video for like 2 years and never did stand up like again. I was just like, "I did stand up before. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen." But like it was cool to have a friend that was like, I mean, you motivated me a lot, like doing that. Like I know like once you got into something, you went so hard at it, which shows just like how much you progressed from just the past couple years, even, you know what I mean? Like you went and took that jump and moved to Chicago, then you were doing New York, you're doing the circuit, and you always just push yourself so much. And like, I know we talk like, what, once a month, maybe every other month on the phone. And we always like, it seems like we always push each other, that's a good friend to have. You know what I mean? Like throughout all this process of everything, you know?
Yeah. We talk each other off the comedy ledge, the jump.
pretty
Don't
much.
do it. Yeah.
Don't quit. Don't do it. Huh?
No, I'm you know, it's definitely, and you, for everything you're doing out west, it's very motivating for me too. The only thing I've been thinking lately is, you know, I moved back to Jersey with the intentions to really spend a lot of time in New York, but
Yeah.
I don't know what the comedy scene's going to look like at night for a really long time, and if clubs are going to open again at full capacity. So I might focus more on the comedic acting and go back to the improv and auditioning again. Who knows? You know.
Well, I mean, that's also to kind of focus on your drive and your passion again. I mean, you're starting to show up called Comedy on the Deck in Magnolia, right? And that's going to be an outside show where you're actually still going to be producing and putting your talents up, you know?
Well, so that show on the Deck of Magnolia, I talked with the owner of the venue earlier this afternoon, and the state yesterday approved restaurants to allow 25% capacity.
Okay.
So on his slowest night, we're actually going to bring the show indoors.
Okay, sweet deal.
So we're gonna wait, because I tried the whole outside comedy thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what's more awkward, Zoom comedy or that.
Well, you know,
for me, Mike. For me.
You know what you should do is you should do the outside one, but put a giant TV screen and put the Zoom on there, so people are watching the outside TV. You know what I mean? And it'll cancel each other out, and everyone's just fucking, this is the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man, thank you so much for doing the show, dude. You're one of my best friends. I love talking to you about comedy and just everything in life. And, you know, we're on the ride together, man. That's what's great, is having a friend like that, you know, we're going to be talking about this 10 years from now, being like, hey, remember when we did that Zoom comedy show? And we're going to be like, you know, in like a giant.
I'm going to say, book me for your next one.
Yeah,
10 years from now.
Yeah, I'll have you on in 10 years. It'll be great.
Thanks, buddy.
But Steve, thanks so much for doing the show. Guys, give it up one more time for Steve Rinaldi, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up. Give it up.
Thanks, Paul.
Type the things. Do it. So our next comic coming up right now, he's originally from, he lives in LA right now. He's originally from Dallas. He's a good friend of mine. He's all around the LA scene. Guys, get the round of applause going. Get it going. Get it going. From it, Ahmed Al-Qadri.
Yay! Hooray! Go Zoom comedy. What's going on, everyone? All right. I'm feeling really good about myself. I lost 14 pounds over the summer, so
yes.
Thank you. It's from this really this cool diet called Ramadan. Have you guys heard of it? It's a real niche. It's a real niche diet. Yeah. Yeah. I was telling my roommate about Ramadan that I was fasting, and he didn't know what it was. And he was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Is it a festival? Could you imagine? Being like, oh, yeah, the lineup for Ramadan this year is so lit. Can't wait, man. It's like, yeah, that's cool. Right now, saving up my money for Yom Kippur. It's going to be pretty sweet. Now, for those of you who don't know, Ramadan is a holy month in Islam, the true religion, where we fast from sunrise to sunset for 30 days. To get a better understanding, for the Catholics here, it's like Lent, but taken seriously. Yeah, our fasting is just different, because I remember in college, the first time I heard about Lent, it was my fraternity brother, Lucas. He was like, oh, for the 40 days of Lent, I'm giving up weed. And I was like, cool. And then a week later, I saw him with a joint in his hand. He looks at me and he goes, I switched to soda. I was like, what, you couldn't do that? I think you guys have the true religion. That's awesome. And I mean, ours, it's like really hard for Muslims, because it's like no food, no drinks, not even water, right? And it's for 14 hours a day. And the reason why we fast that way is because Allah only wants skinny people into heaven. Rules are rules, man. Rules are rules. But yeah, you also, what else you can't do? You also can't have sex while you're fasting, which is okay because, you know, I'm a virgin saving myself till marriage. Yeah, that joke is called "Shut Up, My Parents Are Watching." Now you also can't jerk off while you're fasting, which is fine. You know, I'm fucking 27 now. Like I can handle it, right? I can handle 14 hours of not jerking off. I will tell you though, when 10 years ago, way harder, man, and it was the worst because I just discovered who Rachel Starr was. Things were going great, and then Mike likes that. And then my dad was like, hey, you know your new favorite thing? Yeah, you can't do that during the day. And I was like, what? So I'm just like morphing into a cantankerous old man with a boner all day, just like, I can't believe they won't let me touch my penis. It's the worst. But then but it is a beautiful thing because at the end of the day, the whole family's together, the sun is setting, and we all have water and a date in our hand because that's what you use to break your fast with. And my dad is leading the prayer. My dad goes, Allahumma inni laka sumtu wa bika amantu wa alayka rizqata aftartu kadamna. It means, oh Allah, and we fasted for you all day, and with your blessings, we sacrifice and break our fast for today. And we all eat. It's beautiful. Meanwhile, high school version of me is breaking his fast with a jerk off sesh. And you look at some 29 days more late. 29 days left. Turns out you can jerk off while you're fasting. You just can't come in your mouth. Who knew? My shout out to my girlfriend, Jennifer Brofer, a fellow Loft Ensemble member. She's watching. Yeah, I'm dating a white woman because, you know, if you can't beat them, join them, right? No, I do love my girlfriend. She's 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's cool. It's whatever. Yeah, but she is getting older though. Last week we found her first gray hair. I know, right? I mean, eventually her teeth are gonna fall out, and the blowjobs would get so much better. Am I right, you guys? Am I right? High fives. Yeah. What was I gonna say? I love my girlfriend. My girlfriend served in the Marines. Yep, give it up to her. Yeah. And she was a veteran. She served in the Marines, and I was in ISIS. So it's just perfect. It's just perfect. You know, we get together just great. I mean, like, we even role play too. I'm like, I come into her bedroom. I'm like, everybody get on the ground. And then she runs over and beats the shit out of me with her tits. I'm reacting like an Instagram guy on your comment section, like, oh my God, your boobs in vagina. And then she grabs me, ties me to the bed, and then waterboards me with her pussy juice. Oh man, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Lizzo's playing the whole time. It's really cool. This is a new form of jihad. Just bear with me, you guys. But what else? Yeah. I forgot the closer of that joke. Anyways, I'm trying to be a better person, you know. I'm trying to keep chivalry alive. Like the other day on the sidewalk, I took off my jacket and I laid it on a homeless woman so my girlfriend could walk over her. You know, I'm just a gentleman. What can I say? I'm a good person. What else? I like to pee sitting down because it's great for my prostate. So for the sake of my manhood, I shit standing up.
Oh God.
So my roommate is a straight white man because, you know, I'm a collector. And I'm learning lots of new things living with a white person. When we're invited to a party at 7 p.m., we're there at 7 p.m. I mean, that's crazy. There's this new thing you could do called, may I please speak to the manager? I didn't even know you could do that. That's crazy. My roommate, Colin, he likes to meal prep. And then on one Sunday, he made a batch of chocolate chip cookies. I mean, the house smelled scrumptious. It was great. I'm walking in the kitchen like, what in the name of white people is going on? And then he looks at me with his aprons and mittens and he says, it's going to be a stressful week. We better prepare. I'm not saying living with white people is better. I'm saying it is so much better. It is way better. Like, oh my God, I love it. Oh my God. Plan on having white kids. I don't want to, I'm just going to adopt white kids. Fuck it. All right, I have a few seconds left, so I'm just going to end it on this fun story. I mean, I do, just like what Steve was saying, I do love comedy. I'm in the open mic stage of comedy. So I just do it for the sweet, sweet post-show compliments. I don't get paid for this shit. But the best and worst compliment was from one show. I finished the show. It was a big show at the Hollywood Improv. I did great. And this girl, South African girl, she's like, wow, I really liked you. I'm your new fan. I followed you on Instagram. I connected with you in a whole new basis. I was like, thank you so much. And then 2 minutes later, these two drunk black women came out of the improv. And one of them looked at me and she goes, I mean, you funny, but you ain't like funny. I was like, sounds good. All right, thanks. All right, guys, that's the end of my time. Thank you guys so much.
Guys, give it up one more time for Ahmed Al-Qadri.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Funny, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Funny.
Hey, Mike, sorry, I went a little over. Sorry about that.
It's all good, man. We're zooming. There's no lights. We're all home.
This is a fucking Zoom show. We don't give a fuck over here.
Yeah, baby. Dude, I know you and Jennifer. How long you and Jennifer been together?
Dude, last week, also on my birthday, we just hit our 7th month anniversary.
I love that. That. Give it up for that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I know it's true love because when you said she was getting gray hair and her teeth are falling out, the blowjobs are going to be great. On the YouTube, she put XOXO LMAO.
Well, do you know what's funny is she's like the best supporter. I like run by so many of my bits to her, and she's the one who gave me the tag. The blowjobs, the blowjobs would get better. So I was like, dude, I fucking love you. That's amazing.
I love that. As she was waterboarding you, she gave you a tag. She's like, you should really do this one. Okay.
Yeah, she gives me tags mid-sex. That's how amazing I am in bed.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I think don't sell yourself short and say you're in the open mic stage of it. I think you're great, man. I mean, you've been.
Appreciate it, man.
I mean, you're one of the good guys I've seen out here, and you've only been out here 2 years, you know. And
yeah, I'll be 2 years this August.
I love it. And what's cool about it, I think we talked about before, is that you started at the Dallas Comedy House doing improv before doing anything. It was improv.
Yeah, I was doing improv for a long time, and then I was doing sketch comedy, and then my friend was like, dude, like she was doing stand up a lot, and she was like, you need to do stand up. You're gonna be great. You need to do stand up. I was like, all right. So my first set went great, and then the other sets I bombed. Yeah, but I mean, it was cool because I mean, I still work as an accountant during the day. And then I was like doing comedy at night. And then it only took one person at a Dallas show to be like, hey, you're really funny. And then it gave me enough confidence to be like, I'm moving to LA, baby. This is, I can make it, you know? Hey, diversity, they want brown people, right? Yeah, that's cool. But I honestly, dude, like it really, like now that I'm hitting 2 years in August, like I feel like I'm finally like getting used to the comedy scene. I'm getting used to LA in general and all that stuff. So it's cool. I actually met Jennifer last August, like my 1 year anniversary. I met her at a Loft show.
I love it.
Yeah. I was doing, it was Noah Comfer, shout out, one of my closest friends.
Oh, he's the best. Yeah,
he was hosting a show, and then he and Ryan, they booked me on the show.
I think I was on that one. He did a Loft late night thing, I think.
No, you weren't on. No. I would have known if you were on it. No, you were on that lineup. You're on a different show. It was, but yeah. So she was like producing or something, and then she saw me at the show. I luckily had a good set. And then she was like, hey, you're really funny. And then I was like, yeah, that's cool. So you want to fuck or what? I didn't say that.
All right, take it easy, Dalia. All right, take it easy. All right, come on.
Yeah. No.
You know, I got a fucking special out on Netflix, baby.
10 years older than me. What the fuck?
Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah, but actually, what's real was like she followed me on Instagram, and then I DM'd her with the most amazing pickup first DM. I said, thanks for the follow.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I didn't talk to her for 3 months after that. But
that's every relationship in LA, dude. You need that.
Exactly. But yeah, but yeah, she really got me into the Loft scene, and I love everybody in the Loft scene. You guys are amazing.
Oh, Loft Ensemble is amazing. I mean, we did
our
show at, oh shit, hold on.
I can't see your face.
Yeah, sorry. That ex-girlfriend was trying to get back with me, like Brian said.
Yeah.
I had to cancel the call. Sorry. No, Loft Ensemble really took this show to a whole nother level. I mean, we were able, you know, Adam Chambers is the artistic director there. Give it up for that, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I mean, Loft Ensemble, it just, they give everyone so many opportunities just to kind of grow and learn. And just, you know, it's incredible. And, you know, and you found love at Loft. Look at you, bro.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. It's a magical place.
Love, I want to ask you too, because I was looking it up. You used to do modeling too?
Okay, I was a failed model. Let's just say, okay. I was like
with those cheekbones, I don't think so, sir. Okay, with those dimples, I don't think so.
Yeah, I was like the cutout board model for shootout ranges. No, I'm just kidding. What did I do? I did like some print modeling, and then I did some runway modeling in Dallas. And then I did a few modeling gigs here and there in LA. I'm with an agency called Mixed Models, but I'm mainly for the print and commercial jobs. I don't really care for runway model. Runway modeling is not fun.
Yeah.
Like imagine you're like in a green room with a bunch of comics having a good time, right? And then the next night you're in a runway show changing with a bunch of other like 6 foot smoldering, good-looking models who are so into themselves with zero personality. I'm like, yeah, fuck this. I do not like runway modeling whatsoever.
That happens at some bar shows that have like a good like green room like that, though. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm gonna change my fucking outfit. It's like, dude, take it easy.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man, you're one of my favorites out here, and I want to thank you for doing the show. And I love you, man. And what's cool, actually, I want to say that too. what I love about your writing is what you came from improv. We're the same. I came from improv too.
Yeah.
Like I used to love improv so much more than stand up. I used to get booked for a stand-up gig once a month when I first moved out here, and I'd be like, fuck, and I would like not want to do it, but I would want to do every single improv show, and then like kind of make that transition. But coming from improv, it makes you so much more in the moment, and just being able to kind of write on stage and just be more loose, and just it really helps kind of catapult your stand-up career, I feel, with that. And I think it shows a lot, because I mean, from you saying you've only been out here 2 years, and you know, it just you know, you're fucking great, and you know, I think it shows because you're putting yourself out there and doing that. So
yeah, man. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I was gonna say, man, like improv helps stand up. Stand up doesn't help improv. But one thing about improv writing for stand up that we're talking about was like improv also helps you expand the world. So when you have a bit or a premise like that, like the Marine ISIS bit, it's like that's all from improv. It's just like you gotta expand it, and then you just start heightening. And you
if this is true, what else is true, and all that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like if this, then what, and then just be like, how absurd can I take this, and go from there.
Yeah, exactly. But dude, you're awesome. Thank you so much for doing the show.
I love you, man. Thank you, guys. I
love you too.
This is so much fun. Yeah,
guys, one more time for Ahmed Al-Qadri, ladies and gentlemen. So we got to close out the show, ladies and gentlemen, and the only way to do that is with the best goddamn house band in all of late night and around the world. Guys, get the round of applause going. Get it going one more time for my boys, the show with Adam and Sean.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Adam, do you see him?
I do see him. He's right there.
Right there?
Yeah.
This is our heavy metal song.
Blood. Dragons. You look like a Kevin to me, and I don't care if your name is Steve. You look like Kevin. Whoa, Kevin! Suck it to me, swallow it out. Your name's Kevin and I'm 3. Shut up! Suck it to me, swallow it out. Your name's Kevin and I'm 3 it out. Suck it to me, swallow it out. Your name's Kevin and I'm 3 it out. Kevin!
Yes.
That was a love song.
For having us, everyone was so.
Oh, you go. Okay. You're gonna do it.
The end of our song, we wanted to end with Kevin. We said we're just gonna do this. We don't give a shit.
I love it, guys. Give it up one more time for the show with Adam and Sean, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
And that was our show. Guys, thank you so much for watching on the YouTube and chiming in and telling all your friends and stuff. Give it up for everyone you've seen tonight. Give it up for Give it up for my partner in crime, Mr. Paul Brodo. Looking all snazzy. Give it up for my man, Sports and a Half, Brian McDaniel. House Quarantine with Caribbean Carrie. Want to thank our sponsors, Amazon, Alexis, and This Magic Moment. Give it up for Laura Cheadle, our musical guest. Incredible all the time. Follow her. Check her out when she's live in your town. My man, Steve Rinaldi. Give it up for him. And Ahmed Al-Qadri. Give it up for thank you so much. We're here. We're here in your homes. We're going to be in your home. We do this show once a month, so we're going to be coming back every month for you guys. And we'll be back eventually soon. I think LA is kind of breaking the quarantine a little bit. Who knows what it's going to do with live entertainment, but we hope to see you at a live show. Until then, please follow everybody that you've seen tonight. And we'll see you guys next month. So thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Mike Perkins. This has been another Late Show Tonight. And you guys are amazing. And we love you all. And once again, at Loft Ensemble, anything helps on Venmo to keep this amazing, amazing place alive and well. And you guys all stay alive and well during all of this. And we love you guys. Thank you so much.